Hello, one and all, and welcome back to more 9 Hours, 9 Persons, 9 Doors. I am the Max a Few Trades. In the last part, we died. Clover kinda went a little bit nutso and killed a bunch of people, including us. So, clearly, I did not do whatever it was that needed to be done in order to get the good ending, assuming this game has one. I am not 100% sure. I got one. Things are falling off my desk. I got one out of the 6 endings, and yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that that was not great, not great at all. So I guess what we're gonna do is just start over from the very, very beginning. It's really all we can do, and go down different paths and see what happens, I guess. Of course, there is the fact that I'm going to be starting the game back here, you know, inside this room and everything, and I'm gonna have to bust out of it again, I suppose. So, I guess I'll do this, and once I reach a point where I can, you know, go down a different path, then that's when we'll return. I believe that is a good call? Yes. I just would very much like to... very quickly, if possible, I'd like to get to the point where I have control so I can take a look at that their timeline flowchart one more time, if it's all the same with y'all game. I would just like to take a bit of a gander, because I am mildly curious about one aspect. That would be the fact that where I was, there was clearly a branching path between 2 different endings there, but I don't remember ever being given a choice or anything, so I find that to be kind of interesting. Anyway, we've got to watch. It's very bad. We have determined this. There are many things we know, many things we do not know. Alright, but, yeah. I'm left wondering if maybe going down a different path might, I don't know, I guess prevent Snake from dying and maybe stop Clover from going crazy, or any other number of possible options. I really don't know. I assume the game's endings are all pretty different. Generally speaking, you don't want to make all of your endings super duper similar to themselves. And I guess I am really kind of banking on the idea that there is a good ending where, you know, that happens. I can only, I mean, it said I got bad end. So is it actually possible that out of all of the endings this game has, I did the single worst one? Is that actually something that happened? Is that my luck? I think that might have possibly been the case. Like, maybe every other single ending to this game is a good ending, and I just got the worst one. I suppose that's possible. I'm not sure. I really don't know, but hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, interestingly enough, I only see 5 endings. I'm sure that is something of note. That being said, okay, you know what? Is it possible for me to just jump ahead to the 4th and 5th doors? I mean, I've been able to jump ahead to other things, too. And we can just, I guess, I don't really know how big of a difference it's going to be to go down this path exactly, but I feel like I do need to see everything that there is to see. Seems like a pretty safe idea, I would imagine. So, I suppose let's go here? There you go. Gonna jump ahead.
We were finished with that topic.
All right, so also I would like this to be the way things are, okay? I'm taking in information from sources that is a good thing to do. All right, so I guess the real question is I need to get reacquainted with specifically where I am. All right, so in this point of the story, we met everybody, and right, this is the crossroads. This is where, after the 9th man exploded, we already had everything all set up, but then I was all like, actually, I'd like to go through the bloody door. So instead, we won't go through the bloody door. That seems like a pretty decent idea. All right, also, I guess we can get a little bit more context or something, because I'm using a different... Then again, oh, damn, should I gone through the whole... I don't know, maybe I'll do that at some other point. Either way, I'm just wondering if I should be redoing the entire beginning of the game with the new context thingy, with the novel mode. I don't know. I do not know.
But then what should we do? We should talk it through.
Right. And we've already talked a whole bunch. Yes, he's tired of talking. We know. Everyone there was already on the edge of panic. What Santa told them only made them feel the feeling more intense. No one was willing to argue this time.
You're right.
Yes, even Lotus is all like, dang, we should probably use them doors. Alright, it's gonna be very awkward for me to have to skip through stuff. It's not of my nature.
Who's going to go in which door?
Oh, I'll tell you which one is going through which door. Let's see. I was just wondering. No, I don't want to go back to the title screen. I just wanted to see if there was any chance of making things go by a little bit faster. And it doesn't look so.
Come on now. Don't
Call me whatever the...
Yeah, selfish, shellfish, and all those other words.
Oh, Sam.
Hey, man. I just
They don't want to go through that door. Blah, 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 blue. Blah, 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 blue. Lots of stuff. That was an awkward silence. Finally, Seven spoke. He'll go through door 5, and so will all the folks. Snake, and that also means Clover.
What?
don't
I
worry.
won't break them up this time. Maybe that alone will make a big difference. Who
We
knows?
may part now
How do you know that?
because I do.
That's not an answer. If you're going, I'm...
Yeah.
What am I going to do?
Yeah, okay, so just making sure.
If I join you...
Then there you go. Boom, boom, boom. They all go through that. Clover is happy and most decidedly not going to murder people with an axe. That is my current objective, not die via axe. That's my goal. We'll see how that goes out for us. We'll hope for the best on that one. Anyway, doing ourselves some math in our brain. What?
B2. That means there's no way we can pass through door 4.
Wait, I just made a stupid because I accidentally...
Wait. Hold on a second. Something's off.
Yeah, I screwed up the math.
8 plus 3 plus 6.
I wasn't paying attention to any of that. Yeah, all right. Interesting that there's a choice there. It's like, here, do the math. Can you figure it out? No, don't worry. We are understanding of the fact that you're stupid. That's not me being stupid. I did it right the first time.
4. Add up our
Yeah, 4.
Then we
There you
can
go.
go into...
Then we're gonna go through door 4. Let's go.
7 Snake.
Yeah, they go through there.
Lotus, Santa,
And I'll be
June.
sticking
Me.
with
We'll go through
Lotus,
door 4.
Santa, and June. Okay. Okay.
These
Okay.
really the teams I want? Beyond door 5 is... I never...
Well, I've already went through there, and I've already experienced all there is to experience from that, so...
Should I stop them and insist on door 5?
I say thee ye. As he turned his options over and over in his mind, Ace spoke up.
All right, then. It seems we've reached a conclusion. Shall we go?
I say this time that we
I'm
shall.
going through door 5.
Clover and Snake followed, with 7 a short distance
We're
behind.
over there too, right, Snake?
The door's not going anywhere. Slow down.
Which door?
I choose that, yeah. Oh, it even tells you. You already chose that one, so maybe don't bother. Yeah, no, door 4. I like that. Door 4 sounds like a nice time. Decided that door 4 would be fine.
I'll go through door 4 with Lotus, Santa, and June.
Yes, yes.
There's nothing to worry about. I just need to stay by her side.
June, Akane
It
Kurashiki.
should be fine. It's no problem this way. I should see the other 4 off.
He made no shows of affection, but Junpei saw her as something more than just a friend from his childhood. Then I believe
Said
that
Ace
is
and
what
the
he
others
did.
are going.
He watched the other 4 walk towards their door. Ace, Snake, Clover, and 7. Junpei said nothing as they left. You can do it! I saw the timeline where I went with Snake and 7, and it all worked out. So you guys are gonna be fine. Before long, they'd reached door 5. They talked to one another for a few seconds, saying things Junpei couldn't hear, and then laid their hands one by one on the scanner panel of the red. Beep, bop, boop, bim bam bow.
Now then.
Ace grabbed a lever, his face face tight with determination. He turned over his shoulder to look at Junpei and his companions.
Be careful.
Ah, right. This is at a point where they don't realize that they're actually going to be reunited. Right. Good to know. Good luck with, I guess, solving that piano thing. I guess. As Ace pulled the lever, the door swung open. The mouth of a great hungry beast. And all that blood.
So horrible.
Yeah, that can't be fun. Beyond the door, Junpei knew lay the sad remains of the 9th man. And it did not surprise him that Ace, Clover, and 7 hesitated. The body was not a pleasant one. Snake, however, was freaking blind. He didn't give a damn.
What are you doing? We need to hurry.
Snake had no such problems as his blindness made him immune to the horror. Although I would imagine he could probably still smell it. He stepped through the door, his feet making a wet splack in the pool of blood. Ew.
Snake, your shoes.
It's fine. Hurry. Or are you planning on dying with everyone else? I assume you haven't forgotten the door only remains open for 9 seconds, have you?
So maybe scooch your boot.
Sorry, Snake.
Let's go.
The 3 remaining sealed themselves and stepped through the door. Steeled themselves, not sealed themselves. Now they're sealing themselves. It's a little hard to read the dialogue sometimes when it's over people's faces. I'm just throwing that out there. Door 5, it's still my fault, but I'm just pointing it out. Door 5 swung shut, closing with the heavy finality of metal upon metal. Junpei and his companions scrambled to the door.
Hey! How is it over there?
Don't talk to us, we're trying to not blow up.
Did you find anything? Please say something, will you?
Something's beeping.
It's the bomb!
It's just like before.
Probably the sound of the detonator on the bracelet.
Do you think they're okay?
I didn't hear no explosion yet. June's face showed her concern more plainly than her words ever could. Almost as though in response to her question, a voice rang out from the other side of the door. It was Seven.
Hey, there it is! That's gotta be that dead thing! Come on, get over here! We gotta authenticate!
And then they authenticated.
The beeping stopped.
The sighs of relief were audible even through the heavy door.
Looks like it stopped.
Junpei and his companions leaned away from the door and breathed a collective sigh of relief of their own.
Guys, are you doing all right over there?
Can you even hear us? They'd heard Seven's voice, but it wouldn't hurt to be sure.
Yes, we're fine.
Nice! Despite the recent, I knew it was gonna work out, but still, despite the recent danger, Clover's voice was as bubbly as ever.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you about this whole dead thing, okay?
I mean, you'd never even suspect that she'd murder people with an axe.
The dead is just like the red, but the color's different.
Nani?
You know how the red was red?
Yeah, I kinda do.
Well, the dead is blue.
I was always gonna kinda go with more of a gray, but okay.
Other than that, it's just like the red. Authenticating is the same too.
Awesome. Thanks. That helps a lot.
Now we won't explode. It's a good time for everyone.
Well, we should probably move on now.
Good luck with all that.
You be careful out there.
Watch out for pointy objects.
Roger that.
Just throwing that out there. Junpei and the others left door 5 and headed towards door 4.
Now it's our turn.
Let's friggin' go!
I'll go first.
They stood in front of the red and placed each of their hands upon it. Beep, bop, boop, babadum bum bow. 4 asterisks appeared on the screen. Junpei grabbed the lever and turned around.
We ready?
As we're ever gonna be.
Sure.
Let's go.
None of them looked particularly optimistic, but their faces were set. Junpei nodded to them and turned back toward the red.
All right, let's go.
Click, clack, bada, bada, click, clack. With strength and determination, he pulled the leather. Accidentally snapped the whole thing off. Oh, accidentally put too much force into that mess. Oopsie doodles.
Run!
Friggin' bolt! The 4 of them leapt through the door together. Ha-ta-ta! Okay, where's the doodad? The moment they had passed through it, each heard a cold electronic sound coming from their left wrist. It was the Boom Booms thing! Not good. In the center of each bracelet, a red skull, I mean that's obviously pink, and it began to flash.
Down.
The detonator's countdown had begun. In the long moment that each of them spent staring at their wrists, door went ka-chink. The numbered door behind them closed, the sound of metal on metal reverberating down the hallway.
We can't go back!
Nope, that was never on the table.
We need to hurry and find the device.
Hey, where the hell is the dead?
How would I know?
Don't give me that crap. Start looking.
Yeah, there you go. Less argue, more searchy.
I am.
They began to run, eyes looking frantically for the device that was their key to the salvation. The hallway they found themselves running down was a long one, easily 300 feet in length. On the right side of it stood a series of wooden doors, all nearly identical. I feel like we've run out of time by now. If they had taken the time to think, they would likely become discerned through that the doors led to cabins,
Don't
or
tell
discerned
me
that
the
they
dead
did.
is in one of those rooms.
That'd be stupid.
No, how many rooms do you think there are?
Junpei was too frightened to count properly, but at his best guess, there were 7 or 8.
Fuck!
Yeah, that's a pretty fair assessment.
Don't have time to count.
Junpei ran to the nearest door.
Just need to open them all.
He grabbed the knob and shook it hard.
It won't open.
It didn't feel locked, more like someone had hammered an iron plate over the other side of the door. Junpei turned around to find another door and saw that his companions had already run to doors of their own. They did not seem to be having any more success than he had. Their own words confirmed his fears.
Shit, this one's so good.
Same here. It's not moving.
Keep looking for the thingy! Jun was the last to speak up. As Junpei looked in her direction, his eye caught something he hadn't noticed before. A small red blinking
There
light.
it is. At the end of the hallway. Run!
Kick them legs! Even as he yelled, he ran. He grabbed Santa, Lotus, and June and pulled them toward the light. He literally deadlifted. He was like carrying all three of them underneath his arms. Full on off the ground. Santa called out to them as he ran.
Hey, how many more seconds do we have?
Like 2.
How would I know? Our time limit is 81 seconds.
Keep freaking going!
Know that, goddammit! I'm asking you how many seconds we have left.
I haven't been counting! In all likelihood, Junpei figured nearly a minute had already passed since the door had closed behind them. If that was true. Urgency foremost in all their minds, they arrived at the end of the hallway. The dead sat on the left wall, blinking almost tauntingly at them.
Hurry! It's the dead! Get over here!
Junpei grabbed hold of the machine, his hands slick with sweat and shaking. He slammed his hand against the scanner panel.
Come on, everyone!
Authenticate! The other three quickly followed suit. Boom, bang, ba 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 bow. With a grunt, Santa yanked the lever downward. Nyeh. All right, that was significantly more action-packed than the last time. And the other time. Oh man, woo, woo, that was scary. And now we'll listen to all of them pant.
Looks like it stopped.
Woo! His hands beginning to steady, Junpei wiped away some of the sweat that had beaded on his forehead. As they caught their breath, the four companions began to look around.
There's another door at the end of the hallway.
Kick it down! He could see a heavy-looking set of double doors. You know, that kind of fancy type of door. You know, nobody ever needs double doors, but when you want things to look extra fancy, you always add the double doors. Set into the wall of the hallway on either side of the large door were two smaller
Let's
ones.
try this one first. And of course it won't open.
Yay! How many times had he come across similar doors with similar results, he wondered? Or perhaps he corrected himself, more a lack of results. Whatever the reason, the door remained firm and unyielding and refused to allow Junpei or anyone else passage.
A keyhole.
Ah, there we go. That's got to be the Mars one. It don't got no dot in it, so it's not Uranus. Above the keyhole was a small symbol engraved in the brass.
What's this mark? Mail?
He wasn't quite sure what to make of it and stared at it for a moment in confusion. It was June that corrected him.
No, not exactly. That's probably the symbol of Mars.
Hell yeah!
Well, technically, they are the same symbol.
Hell yeah!
But I saw a number of similar symbols near the main stairway. The symbols of the solar system.
Oh, that's right. The sun,
Okay.
Saturn.
Okay, so that stuff is established in the lead up to going through the first two doors. Gotcha. Okay.
And Earth.
Earth.
At least that's what I'm assuming.
So this isn't the man symbol. It's a symbol for Mars?
Mars is a man.
I think so, yes.
Venus is a lady.
I see. Wait, where's Santa?
He exploded. While Junpei and June talked, Santa had disappeared. What about Lotus? They turned to find him some distance down the hallway. He had gone to check the other doors. Eventually, he reached the last of them and jogged back. And it took him only a moment to catch his breath again.
Yeah, so, I looked the place over.
Them doors still locked?
Here's the deal. None of the other doors open.
Bummer.
Then that must mean...
We only have 2 more doors.
Ah, boy. I'm going to go and say that the one on the far left right here, on our left-hand side, is going to be the one, because that's the one that has the dead next to it. Let us examine the doors on either side of the larger double door, and we'll find something that'll open up the double door. Each one had a metal plate attached to it.
Maybe it's the room number.
The door on the left has a B92, and the one on the right says B93.
Yeah, but what about the B-52s?
All right, let's open them. I'll open B92.
Or will you?
Okay, I'll get B93 then.
Junpei put his hand on the doorknob, and Santa moved to the other door. They'd made it through the numbered door alive. There was nothing more to be afraid of, other than having to just, I guess, starve to death in a hallway. Junpei and Santa looked at each other and nodded. I mean, if either of these doors can't be opened. Oof.
1, 2, 3.
In unison, they pushed against their respective doors. And probably found themselves in a new room. June followed Junpei as he threw open his door. They turned around and saw that the door on the other side was open as well. Through the door was another person, his mouth agape. It was Santa.
Hey, it opened.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't expect that.
Yeah, it did.
Junpei and Santa looked at each other, horrified by this revelation.
I didn't expect that.
It was so easy.
Like, damn, like a door just opened. What are the odds? Lotus's calm voice broke into their thoughts.
Maybe this is all part of Zero's plan. Can't say I enjoy being treated like someone's puppet.
Yeah, it's not exactly fun. As she headed for room 93, Lotus continued.
Well, now we have these 2 rooms. I'm sure there's something in there that will help us get out of here. Let's find it. Santa and I will search this room. You 2 take the other one.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Alright, in theory, this shouldn't be too difficult. Then again, this seems like a pretty big-ass room. Then the other one was pretty big-ass, but I still figured out the piano. I figured out the piano styles. It'll be okay, I'm sure. Alright, so we're just looking around, like this. That vase looks expensive. I wonder how much we can get for it. Are you gonna steal it? Yes, I am. Alright, well, good for her. This is kind of a weird-looking picture. Yeah, it's probably modern art. Do you think it's an abstract painting or something? Yeah, it looks kind of like a demon with an elephant-like nose, sucking on a human being's brain. Where the hell did that come from? What's your brain made out of? Pistachios! Can't say I'd mind finding out a little more about what goes on in there. Anything else? It's kind of a weird-looking picture. It's some sort of weird black and white design. Looks like there's a room on the right side of this picture. I guess it's a big old pile of Garbo Supreme, huh? All right, then. This a shower? That's the bathroom wall. Indeed it is. There are square tiles all over it. Indeed. Oh. There's a little blue platform protruding from the shower wall next to the knobs. It's for putting soap on. I used a shower once, so I know. Okay. Does anyone else think that's a little weird? He's only used a shower once before? I don't know, that's just a weird thing to bring up. That's the shower knob. Let's see if anything happens when we turn it. No water's coming out. Dang, now we can't get soaked. It's just a shower head. There's nothing special about it. But anything can be special if you believe. Oh, hey, a turlet. Now let's check the toilet. There's nothing there. The tank's empty too. There isn't even any water in it. Well, that sucks. What about the toilet paper? A collection of full and partly depleted rolls of toilet paper. Someone was well prepared for an assault of poop. There's nothing too suspicious about it. All right. Then I question what the hell the point of this entire room is. Yeah. Why don't we go back to the living room? Okay. Let's go back. We're done with our bathroom party, of which the kids are known to have on very frequent occasions. Jumpy, what are you doing? I'm taking a siesta. We don't have the time to be relaxing on a sofa. Or do we? Okay, fine. Well, what's this? Ah, matches. It's a box of matches. There are matches inside, obviously. How many, though? This is important, need-to-know information. Oh, man, look at that thing twirl. All right, what about this thing? Oh. Junpei looked down blankly at what he was holding, then up at June.
Yeah, how's your fever? You feeling better now?
Yes, I'm fine.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, you kind of had an episode when you saw the exploded body. June certainly looked fine.
Let me see your forehead.
Junpei held his hand on her forehead for a few seconds.
Guess it really has gone down.
Are you worried about me?
No, I'm doing that because I like foreheads. I don't know. I mean, really? I mean, yeah, I guess.
I guess I am.
June blushed and giggled that way that a young lady type might do.
By the way, Jumpy,
Yes?
how did you end up here?
I don't know. How did you end up here?
What do you mean? I told you earlier, didn't I?
There was a man with a gas mask when you got home at night.
Yeah.
You inhaled some white smoke and passed out. When you woke up, you were on D-Deck.
Yeah, so why are you asking again?
Damn straight.
But is that really the truth?
Yes?
What?
Jumpy, are you hiding something from me?
If I am, I don't know what it is.
No, why would I?
Well, if you think about it, this is awfully suspicious.
What is?
I mean, why would 2 childhood friends bump into each other in a place like this?
I don't know. Like I said before, pure random chance?
Hey, I could ask you the same thing.
Yeah, maybe you're evil or something. I don't know. You're awfully chummy, ain't you? Trying to get into my good
something?
graces. Huh? Huh? You're trying to play the nice girl card when you're actually evil? Is that what this is all about? Hmm?
What would I hide?
What would I hide? Hmm?
Well, I don't know. Anything. I mean, you're hiding it. How would I know?
Yeah, there you go. Turn it right back around you, 23
You
skidoo.
mean like the number of men I've dated?
I don't understand how that's even mildly relevant. Junpei's heart stumbled over itself.
You want to know?
I don't really see it as relevant information even if I did see you as a romantic prospect. Whether I do or do not is completely besides the point. How many people you've been with means literally nothing. Why is that? In no context can I find a way that that information is useful. He had to admit he was a little curious.
Don't worry.
She smiled at him.
Only 18.
That's a lot. I mean, that's good that you constantly get yourself out there and try things.
Times 0.
Nani?
Yeah, I guess I just haven't met Mr. Right yet.
Well, I mean, hang on a second. I mean, like, you said dated. I assumed that's what you meant, right? Like, gone out with. That doesn't have to imply anything, you know, other than that. So that just, I mean, yeah, you haven't met Mr. Right, but that means you haven't even attempted to date anybody? That's interesting. June looked a little embarrassed and scratched the back of her head in a desperate attempt to seem nonchalant.
Yeah, I see.
Junpei coughed quietly in much the same way.
Anyway, I'm not hiding anything.
That was a weird tangent we just had.
Just like you, Jumpy. When I woke up, I was on D-Deck.
Yeah, and I believed you until you started accusing me of things.
Well, you do have a point. I mean, why did Zero pick us? We haven't seen each other since elementary school.
Define elementary school. Like, did you get out of 6th grade and then that was communication was cut off? Or did you guys only really know each other in, like, 3rd grade or something?
I wonder.
I'm not entirely sure how grade schools work in Japan. Which is what I'm assuming all of these characters are from. I guess I don't know. Anyway, June nodded, and for a few moments, she had the faraway look of someone in deep thought.
Look for what connects the victims. That will lead you to the culprit. Do you remember Seven saying something like that?
Vaguely.
Yeah, I do. So?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think this must all have something to do with a classmate of ours.
You got any ideas who it might be?
Probably Leslie. That guy was always kind of squirrely.
No, nothing.
Oh,
Well, if it had something to do with school, then it could be one of our teachers, or maybe the principal.
Principal Waxaplex?
or the janitor, or the lunch lady.
Oh my god, not Doris.
Oh, I can barely remember any of them.
Yeah, I know.
I remember my grade school janitor. His name was Dan. He was cool. All right, then. Junpei went back to searching, feelings unpleasant and confused. Elementary school. Elementary school. Was there anything strange that had happened at elementary school? As he searched the room, he continued to rack his brain. Okay, anyway, I wanted to look at this case. It's a display case, but there's nothing being displayed. How sad. Looks like the drawers are empty too, making it worthless! And I've got hiccups again! I hate this! Ugh. I find out if you swallow, like, really, really hard, it can sometimes stop your hiccups outright. And it's always worked for me, but apparently, I mean, anytime I ever suggest it to somebody that, I don't know, maybe they don't do it right or something. Or I'm a freak and I just have some sort of great placebo effect going on. I don't know. Anyway, what's this? It's a bottle with water in it. This is a bedroom. And you probably have it here because your throat always feels dry when you wake up, you know. Yeah, but usually when you're a snorer. My throat's dry, but I think that's because I'm a little nervous right now. Yeah, we did run a lot, so we're kind of sweaty. Hey, Jumpy, did you want to take a shower to get... Wow. Just kidding. Too late to take it back. My brain's already working out the picture. Uh-oh! My throat was dry already. That ain't helping. In both a literal and figurative sense, Junpei has become foisty. This isn't a painting. It's a map! Looks like a map of the ship's interior. Oh, this is a great find.
I'ma steal it.
I think it'll be really useful. Let's take it. It's mine now. It's now possible to use the map screen. Junpei took one last look at the map, then folded it up and slid it back into his pocket. Jun looked up as he closed it.
This ship is bigger than I thought.
Yeah, it's like a cruise liner.
Yeah, it's probably about 900 feet long.
At minimum.
Must be one of those fancy cruise ships.
Probably.
Of course, it doesn't really look like a cruise ship. Everything in here is really retro. Huh. Even if it's just some sort of style choice, there's just too much.
It's an old-ass boat with old-ass sensibilities.
Do you remember what Zero said?
No. Heck, man, it sure did.
Do you think maybe this boat and the Titanic have something to do with each other?
That's a decent enough idea.
That's a good point. I doubt he would have mentioned it if there wasn't a reason.
Junpei took a moment to look around the room. Yes. He didn't see a Leonardo DiCaprio anywhere, so he doesn't really know where else to go with his thought process.
Do you think this boat is...
A replica of the Titanic? The actual Titanic? Yeah, the one that's at the bottom of the damn ocean.
a replica of the Titanic?
A replica?
Yeah, you know, like a copy of the actual boat.
Who on earth would make something like that?
I don't know, crazy people? Who on earth would put a group of people into a, life or death situation like this?
Fans. Crazy Titanic fans.
Hell yeah. I mean, have you seen DiCaprio fans? They nutty.
No way. Do you even know how much money that would take?
Like $7 at
No
least.
idea. But all they've got to do is break even, you know?
Break even?
Yeah, they could use it as a cruise ship. Climb aboard a piece of history, sail around the world in the resurrected Titanic.
Yeah, and I don't think literally anybody wants that. Granted, there are people that have actually made attempts at that in the real world, but I still consider it to be stupid. Why would anybody want to do that? Just the name alone is like, hey ho, how about no?
Hell, with marketing like that, they'd probably have more customers than they'd know what to do with.
Do you really think people would want to ride on a ship with such an ominous past?
I mean, I personally wouldn't, but I mean, I do need to take into account the fact that a lot of people are weird.
It's the site of the worst accident in history.
That's subjective.
Over 1,500 people died. I wouldn't be surprised if you'd get cursed just for going.
That's not even a thing. Come on.
Curse, huh?
Jumpy, do you believe in that sort of thing? You know, curses and stuff?
Well, first of all, no, but now I'm actually trying to ponder. Is the Titanic the site of the greatest, or I mean, not greatest, but I mean worst accident? Like, I feel like that's the important distinction. Accident. Because, like, nobody intended to harm anything with the Titanic. Is that the highest body count from an accident ever? That can't be. That can't. There has to have been some other kind of accident that was a whole lot worse. And I'm not talking like a natural disaster or an attack or nothing. I'm talking about an accident. Huh. I'm sure Google could probably tell me later. Anyway, nah, they're a load of crap.
Sorry, but I can't really say I believe in that kind of stuff.
Mostly because it's crap. Tax was not one of Junpei's many better qualities.
What about you? No, I guess that's kind of a dumb question.
She obviously does. She knows about, crap, I already forgot. Someone said that I said it wrong the first time. It's either astronomy or astrology. One of them is the actual study of stars, and the other one's all of that, star sign stuff. One of those is a real deal thing, and the other thing is just, marketing.
Yes, I do believe in curses.
Yeah, obviously.
In fact, I think it was a curse that sunk the Titanic.
I'm pretty sure it was an iceberg.
What?
A curse sank the Titanic.
No, that was definitely an iceberg.
The curse of the Egyptian mummy.
There was definitely not one of those. Junpei couldn't understand how June had maintained a straight face to say that.
Supposedly, the Titanic carried the mummy of the priestess Amun-Ra,
I have no idea if that's true or not.
which was stolen from a pyramid. And they say that the mummy had a history.
We're going all in on this, apparently.
Everyone involved with it died mysterious deaths. Come on, I'm sure you've heard of it before.
No, I absolutely have not.
Those who open the coffin will be forever cursed. Haven't you ever heard that one?
I mean, it sounds pretty freakishly generic as far as curses go. I mean, I consider, returning the slab to be a significantly more iconic thing.
So you're saying the Titanic sunk because of that curse?
That's right.
June's eyes lit up with excitement, like a child with a new toy.
That's stupid. I don't buy it.
It's true.
It's super duper not.
How can you be so sure?
Were you there?
That mummy wasn't just a normal mummy.
Oh my god, it was a super mummy.
It was really mysterious. Totally unbelievable.
What was so unbelievable about it?
What is so unbelievable about it?
Yeah.
Well, supposedly, she was really pretty.
Everyone knows people in Egypt can't be pretty. I guess. June, that is extraordinarily rude to every single person of Egypt, and I demand an apology for them.
Pretty?
Yes?
But she was a mummy.
She meant before the mummification process, you ding-dong.
That's right. She wasn't all shriveled up or rotten or anything. She almost looked alive.
Or I guess she didn't. Okay.
Oh, okay, I get it. Okay, it's that thing. I don't remember the name. Where your body turns into some kind of wax? Yeah? The fat in it turns into something kind of like candle wax, right? And
Yes, saponification, but that's not what it was.
I mean, I've personally not heard of saponification, but that sounds sciencey enough to be a thing.
huh?
That's not it. She wasn't wax.
Well, then what was she?
Then what was it?
They say that she was frozen.
Today.
What? Frozen?
That's right. The whole body was frozen solid.
Man, you gotta let this go.
You know how a human body is more than 60% water?
It's true.
Well, all of that water was frozen.
Oh, damn.
The story says that from the time of its discovery all the way through to when it got put on the Titanic, even though it was carried through the desert, her body never melted.
That's crazy.
Yeah, gonna call that a big old pile of stupid.
I think so too, but maybe it's true and we just didn't know about it before.
I didn't know?
Yep. Maybe it's common sense to eat shaved ice in the desert because it lasts forever.
You're weird, June.
Huh? Nah, that seems too silly to be true.
But maybe it isn't. It just appears that way because you didn't know it was true.
You're hurting my brain, lady.
Well, yeah.
June and Junpei talked a little more and then went back to their investigation. This entire thing was weird, and I'm not 100% sure if any aspect of it had anything to do with anything. Even as they did, his mind went back to what she told him.
That doesn't melt even in the desert? Does something like that really exist?
Not to my knowledge.
No, even if it did, it wouldn't really be ice anymore, would it?
It'd be some kind of other substance. I mean, I don't know, maybe there is. I'm not a science man. The more I thought about it, the more his head hurt. Like he'd eaten his ice cream too fast. Anyway, what were we doing? Oh, right, we're in an escape room. A bed. Let's see, looks, there's two pillows right next to each other. Guess it's a double. Hey, what are you looking at? What's up? You're turning red. Oh man, is her fever back? Hey, are you all right? You need to lay down for a minute? I'm fine. I think it's still a little early for that. Hey, seriously, are you really okay? She's a goober. It's a light blue blanket with some designs on it. Someone's made the bed, or at least never unmade it. There's only bed sheets under the blanket. Nothing exciting. A bed frame. Now we don't have to worry about falling off. I toss and turn when I sleep. She's blushing again. What the hell is she thinking about? I feel like it's kind of blatant, but hey, oh, what are you gonna do about it? Nothing, that's what. I have yet to find literally anything of value anywhere. Other than this key. Oh, dresser key. Look at it, spinaroo. Woo, look at it go. Hang on. Yeah, there you go. All right. Well, that's neat. This is the mirror from the dresser. And now she's playing with her hair. Does she even realize she's doing that? Hey, we don't have time for that. Come on, it's not like there's anyone here you need to impress. Yes, there is. Who? What, why are you so quiet all of a sudden? Ah, forget it, Jumpy. Junpei is kind of a dumbass. The chair that goes with the dresser. There's nothing particularly interesting about it. All right. So I found a dresser key. Is that, I assume that meant a key to open a dresser, but is it because I'm in one? I don't even know. Jumpy, where are you going? I was thinking of going over to Lotus's room. Why? What do you mean, why? I'm just gonna go check up on them. Is there something wrong with that? Well, no. Come back soon. Sure thing. I'll leave the rest to you. Sure, leave it to me. All right, off to the other room. I assume that the two thingamadoos are related. And, oh, I can't even, oh, I want to check out this bathroom. Anything in the toilet? Ah, Santa! Is there anything in the toilet? Guess not. Tank's empty too. Oh, I guess we're all chilling in the bathroom. Bathroom party. Some toilet paper. I don't know why, but for some reason this screenshot is hilarious to me. So I'm just gonna, there, I'm gonna save that one. We've got 2 rolls, I guess. All right, that's neat. This thing's a little shelf for putting soap on. I know, because I took a shower once. All right. Let's see here. Ooh, it's all full of stuff. Well, this is a display case. Check it out. These plates and stuff look real expensive. You want to take a look? You want to break some stuff? Ah, dang it. It's not opening. All right, let's grab this side table and I'll get the other. Let's smash this thing open. I don't think that's going to work. That looks like tempered glass. I don't think throwing a table at it is going to break it. Do I have the key for it? Damn, guess this is the wrong key. Well, that means there's gotta be another one somewhere around here. Otherwise, we aren't gonna be able to open this thing. All right, well, what do you guys say about this candle? Candle with a candlestick. This might come in handy. All right, well, it's mine now. Woo! It's spinning. All right. Hey, check this out. That's a pretty nice sofa. I know. It's a shame I can't take it back with me. Or can you? Bum, 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 bum. Hey, Junpei. That room's pretty dark. Don't you have something that'll give us some light? Something that'll give us some light? What? How dark could it possibly be? That's... Really? All right, well, I hereby declare this to be silly. I know, if I use these matches to light the candle, now I've got a candle. It's magic. Awesome. With the light from this candle, maybe we can take a look around over there. It gets so hot when I hold it. I want to put it down. Well, why don't you set it on top of the dresser? It's flat there. At least it won't fall over. Oh, yeah. Good idea, lady. There we go. All right, nice. Got pretty bright. Now we can look around a little. It didn't seem so dark in here that I wasn't able to do that to begin with, honestly. But anyway, let's see if this, yeah, it worked. Hell yeah. Let's go. What the hell's this? Ah, it's one of the things that looks like the painting. Interesting, interesting. Yes, spinning it around, round. Very good, very good. Okay. Actually, I should probably have actually inspected it more properly. That's a strange design. Is it ceramic? Doesn't look like there are any puzzles in it. Yet. All right. Oh, that's dark as heck. A bottle full of water. I don't think we're gonna need this for anything. Ooh, what's this? A curtain? Interesting. A curtain, huh? Oh, it's got all these metal rings. Probably so you can hang it from something. Yeah, you know? Yeah, but it doesn't look like a normal curtain. The way it feels, I think it's probably waterproof. It should make this a shower curtain. Duh. A shower, you could tell by its design. Anyway, that's a folded up shower curtain. Damn, that thing's big if you open it up. There's a hole, like a bug ate through it or something. Oh, you're right. Think maybe it was a peeping Thomas? I'll bet Lotus would make sure the perv hurt. If I catch him, you won't hear a peep out of that jerk. I'll knock him into Tom Morrow. That's Tom Much. Hey! All right, cool. Hey, what the hell? It's just got dark all of a sudden. Who ate my candle? Maybe the candle got blown out. We should go see. Nani? There's a candlestick covered in melted wax on top of the dresser. Hey, what's this? The top of the candlestick looks kind of weird. You're right. It's all bumpy. A candlestick key? Well, that's interesting. The part of the candlestick where the candle goes looks like a key. Huh, a key, huh? I think I ran into a lock I couldn't open earlier. So, I guess that's what we're doing. Fair enough. And opening up a cabinet with a candlestick. Hey, there you go, it opened. All right, pull that thing open. There we go. And I got another thing. Whee!
Hey, Junpei, you got a minute?
I never do. Santa had shown up out of nowhere and gave Junpei no small start. How exactly did he do that? We were right next to each other the whole time.
Here, take this.
Santa pulled something out of his pocket.
Bookmark.
It looked like a bookmark. It had a 4-leaf clover in it.
What is this for? Do you want me to read a book?
I found it in between some of the cushions on the sofa.
Okay.
Pretty sure it ain't gonna be any help to us, but I figured we might as well hang on to it anyway.
Okay.
Then why don't you hold on to it?
Santa gave him a wry smile.
You know what I hate most in the world?
Jaywalkers?
I got 4 things. Hope, faith, love, and luck.
Okay.
Hope, faith, love, and luck?
So he doesn't hope in things, he doesn't have faith in anything, he refuses to love anyone, and luck is for
Damn
nerds.
straight.
And you hate these things?
Yeah, you got a problem with that?
Then it just seems random.
Not really, but...
It is like you're trying deliberately to be some kind of edgy boy. Junpei tried to figure out how best to phrase what he wanted to
What
say.
does a bookmark have to do with any of that?
It's the freaking... Oh my god, you're stupid. Santa scratched the back of his ear and looked awkward.
Well, see, each leaf on the 4-leaf clover has a meaning to it, okay? And that meaning is pretty much those 4 words. It's like a flower language. Well, I guess it's not a flower, is it? So, leaf language, I guess? Yeah. You could call them leaf words.
Okay.
Leaf words.
Junpei looked at the bookmark.
Hope, faith, love, and luck.
I mean, I imagine Clover might probably like this.
The meaning of the leaves on a 4-leaf clover.
So, yeah, I want you to take it, okay?
Okay.
Just touching it gives me the creeps. Take the damn thing, all right?
Okay. Santa pretended to shiver with disgust and shoved the bookmark into Junpei's confused hands. What do you want to do? Okay, I guess I'll take it. Decided to take it. After all, why shouldn't he?
Alright, sure. I'll take it.
He shoved the thing into his pocket and gave Santa a last confused look.
Oh, man, I feel a lot better now.
Y'all
That
weird.
thing was a real pain, you know?
Do you really hate those 4 words that much?
Yeah, well, they can all betray you, you know?
Yeah, but I mean, so could llamas. Do you hate them too?
Hope, faith, love, even your destiny.
That wasn't one of the 4 things. What has happened to Santa, Junpei wondered. How had he become such a bitter person with such silly hair? For a moment, they looked at each other.
Well, that's not my only reason.
What?
That's not the only reason I hate the 4-leaf clover. I just can't bring myself to like the number 4.
Is that the death number?
What, worried about the 4 horsemen?
Nah, come on, man. That's just silly. Maybe back in the Dark Ages, that kind of crap scared people. But this is the 21st century, and I'm a 21st century guy.
Yeah, but I mean, Phil of the future was a 22nd century guy.
I'm a little insulted.
Maybe the 23rd. Or was it 27th? I don't even remember.
Then why do you hate 4 so much?
I haven't even thought of that show in, like, forever. Why did that come up?
Cause it's a half-ass number. Not the best or the worst. That's why.
I mean, neither is 3 or... I mean, I don't know, by your logic, man, I really hate the number 8. Doesn't even have the... it's not even putting in the effort to try and be 9. Like, what the hell?
What?
9 is a way better number. So what if it's last place, right? At least it's not some lame-ass middle number.
Then why don't you hate 5?
What are you...
Santa's explanation makes no sense. Why is everybody I'm hanging out with today so freaking weird? Am I gonna have a weird moment with Lotus where she goes off on about a weird tangent too?
You play?
Play?
Like, freaking what?
You mean like gambling?
Yeah, of course. What else would I mean?
I don't know. It seems like you're just saying words.
In Baccarat, the best possible hand totals 9. They call it Lagrange.
It's like in the middle of a conversation. Like, you know, we're talking about, you know, all this stuff. And, oh, man, I hate luck and love and all that stuff. Hey, you like grilled cheese? Like, what the? Like, you're just saying things.
But the lowest, most worthless cards, zeros, they call monkey.
Okay.
Just like the guy in charge of this game, huh? Zero's a monkey.
Santa blinked, utterly stunned.
What?
Then he began to laugh.
Oh, man. You're totally right.
Well, glad I was able to tickle a funny bone.
The guy who trapped us in here sure is one hell of a monkey.
That was when Lotus spoke up.
You know, if you think about it, the nonary game is really a lot like Baccarat.
Is it? Apparently, she'd been listening.
And of course, it doesn't use any of that stupid digital root junk.
I apologize for you having heard any of this.
You just drop the tens digit, and that's it. Still, it does have the same idea of your final number needing to be a single digit.
Oh, yeah. I guess you got a point.
And in both games, whoever has 9 wins.
The person who makes 9 wins?
Wait, did you forget already? Don't you remember what Zero said?
It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek...
Yeah, I remember. Thanks,
So,
game.
If we want to get off this boat, we have to make a team whose numbers have the digital root of 9.
And only the people in that team are going to make it out alive.
Oh, well, hey, we get to see her bring this thing up earlier.
Of course. That's why it's called the nonary game.
What?
What?
Huh?
You don't know?
No, I really don't.
Nonary means something derived from 9, or base 9.
I legitimately did not know that.
It's derived from the Latin prefix nona, which means 9.
Damn you, Latin!
While we're at it, the prefix for 1 is uni.
I know that one.
You know, like the unicorn, the horse with 1 horn.
Yeah, I know what a unicorn
2 is
is.
bi, like binary.
Ah.
Binary means composed of 2 parts.
Then does that mean 3 is tri?
3 is tri.
Yay!
That one plenty.
Okay, so, you know, then it would be like, I don't know, like quad.
Like trio, triple, and triangle. You get the idea.
I do.
After that, you have quart,
Oh,
quinty,
quart.
sext, septum, and so on.
Yeah, I don't know all of those.
And of course, the prefix for 8 is octo, like octopus.
Octopus.
It's called that because it has 8 legs. Get it?
I see. So then Nona means 9.
Lotus nodded.
So, how many of us are trapped on this ship?
Well, technically right now, 8.
That'd be 9.
8.
And what are the bracelet numbers we have?
They go from 1 to 9.
And our time limit? How many hours did we have?
Lotus is the one to really figure out the 9-ish-nisms of it all? I mean, okay, sure, I didn't know Nonary was a 9 thing. I didn't know that, but I mean, considering all of the other 9s, I guess I could have guessed it eventually.
Zero said 9 hours.
And finally, to get out of this ship,
We need to find the door with a 9 that's hidden somewhere in the ship.
By making a team with the digital root of 9.
Man's got an obsession. Or woo-man. I still don't know. Lotus nodded again.
there you have it. The number 9 is everywhere in this game. He's got a real theme of 9s for this whole thing. No wonder it's called the Nonary game.
Huh. Somewhere far away, Junpei heard the creak of stressed metal. It sounded almost like Zero laughing at them. Or the sad, desperate scream of a pig headed to the slaughterhouse. Ew. Alright, so, hey ho. Oh, I see. Alright. Hey, Junpei, that tile you've got, you think maybe you're supposed to put it in one of those empty spaces? I mean, the pattern does look kind of the same, doesn't it? He's right. I think so, too. But if that is the case, you're gonna need to collect all 3 tiles, right? Don't you think you should collect all of them before you start putting them in? Yeah, I friggin' guess. Looks like a valuable vase. Empty, though. And there seems to be a room on the left side of the vase. Yeah, I noticed. What's up? You going back already? Well, I can't just leave June there by herself. Well, you think you're the knight or her protector or something? You're creeping me out. Whatever, I'm going. You're the one hanging out with Lotus all the dang time. I only wanted to go back because maybe I could rip one of these things out. I get it. Yes. What are you mumbling about? Did you figure something out? Oh, nothing. Don't worry about it. Oh, okay. It's kind of weird looking picture. Yeah, I was just wondering. No? Alright. It's just, I couldn't help but notice that I never got a tile out of this room. A wooden cupboard. There are cups inside, surprising no one. Alright. Nothing left in the frame. Nada, nothing. It's a light. Thanks to it, we can see. Very kind of it. Display case isn't like the one in the other room. The other room? You mean the one where Santa is? Yeah. There are a whole bunch of plates and stuff in the display case over there. But in this one, nothing. Doesn't look like there's anything hidden inside. I don't think we really need to worry about it. Alright, it's a round wooden table. Anything in the sofa? Maybe I shouldn't sit on it. June will get mad again. Everyone knows that a sofa killed her uncle. Anyway. Any of these what? Let's see if there's anything. Oh, this one's a little loose. Huh. I think I can get under this with my nails and, yeah. Alright then. Did I really, out of every single tile that could be ripped out, like, the one I picked, really? That's weird. Maybe there was something off about that specific one that if either way, no, that's weird. That almost seems like it's not even a thing. Would have thought this would have been hidden in the bathroom, huh? You did a good job finding it. So, one side has a design like the rest of the bathroom tiles, and the other side has the black and white design. I think I've seen that pattern somewhere before. Yeah, except the $1.5 million problem is, am I gonna have to, like, match these together or something? Alright, well, let's see. It's got, like, this thing going on. Alright, let's say this is, like, a Santa hat. Right? So there's, like, a Santa hat thing going on here. And on the Santa hat is on the mast of a ship that's sailing around. Yeah. I'm just trying to visualize some kind of pattern here because I assume I have to make it look identical to this one. Sure. Listen, Santa on the other side. I'm gonna go check up on him. All right, let's go. There's a tile in the frame. I guess I'm supposed to put the tiles in the empty spaces. All right, gonna give it a go. Oh, dear Lord Almighty. Okay, oh. All right, let's see. Spin it around. Right round like a record. Which one of these looks like it might be the Santa hat? There we go, okay. Then it's something a little bit like this. There we go. Hey, my visualization thing actually worked. It wasn't entirely stupid. Nice. I did it. There. Picture complete. And there goes the frame. But what's this? What do you mean, what's this? Pretty obvious, ain't it? It's a hole in the wall. Like a hidden safe or something, you know? Anyway, let's take a look. It's probably in a book. I think there's something inside. It's a key. It's the Mars key. We can get the hick and heck out of this land. Junpei messed around a bit with the key he had and looked blankly at the picture that slid down.
What's the deal with this picture anyway?
What's the deal with modern art? What's nothing modern about it? Santa had only been mumbling to himself, but it drew Lotus's attention. Almost called her Lewis. She looked at the picture and paused.
I think I've seen this picture before.
Yes. You've been to museums. That doesn't make you better than us.
Where?
In a book.
It is Reading Rainbow.
There's a British biochemist named Sheldrake. He has a rather interesting theory.
Of course there is, and you would know whatever this is.
I saw this picture in his book.
Yeah, I bet you did.
What's this interesting theory?
Morphogenetic fields, which relies on the theory of morphic resonance.
I thought it was going to be about how fish are actually wolves.
Man, I can't deal with this. Just listening to you talk about it is giving me a headache.
Hey, you got to have your weird little diatribe, and so did June. It's only fair that Lotus gets to talk about a bunch of nonsense for about a good 7 minutes. Santa put his hands on his head as though he were in great pain. Lotus merely arched an eyebrow in his direction and continued.
It's not a difficult concept to grasp. In essence, he states that the shape of living organisms and their behavioral patterns are transmitted through a field not visible to the eye.
What part of that isn't difficult, exactly?
Most of it. Lotus did not look pleased.
All right, how about this? Theory of the telepathic mechanism.
Telepathy?
Yes, telepathy. Well, perhaps not exactly telepathy, but it's close enough for a simple approximation.
Santa suddenly burst into laughter.
Are you serious? Telepathy? Who do you think we are? Kids from the 70s?
Are kids from the 70s more likely to believe in the concept of telepathy than kids from the 90s? What the hell do you have against the 70s?
I can't believe someone would actually do serious research on something like that.
Yes, I agree.
Lotus's response was surprisingly curt. Junpei had expected at least some conflict.
I read the book, but I can hardly say I understood it. I'm in no position to defend or condemn anything it said. It was probably just someone latching onto a statistical outlier from some study and turning it into a ridiculous theory.
I mean, maybe, I don't know.
There's no scientific merit to any of it, I'm sure. But even so, Anyway, I saw a picture like that one in his book.
Okay. Lotus indicated, yeah, the picture they'd all been looking at. After a moment, she walked up to the strange picture, examined it, and then spoke.
Hey, what do you think this picture looks like?
A boat with a Santa hat on it. Santa answered first.
What do you mean? Isn't it just like abstract or something like that? It's just black and white scribbles. There's no meaning there. That's it.
I hate thinking!
What about you, Junpei? Does it look like anything to you?
I guess it looks like...
A man's face, a butterfly, koi, a dog, a small boat. Okay, hey, that's the closest to actually what I got going for me.
A small boat floating in a lake? That's the front of the boat, and then there's the oars sticking out.
Junpei indicated parts of the picture that looked exactly like the other parts.
Nope, you're wrong.
Yeah, well, you smell bad. Lotus smiled triumphantly.
This is a dog.
No, it's not. Shut up.
See? Like this.
Lotus pointed out parts of the picture, and eventually a dog took shape in them. Oh. It took me a second to even realize what the hell I was looking at. It looked as though she had a point. Barely, I guess. That's not the first breed of dog I think of when I think of dog, though. Santa also nodded in agreement.
So, now we know what it's a picture of, but I don't see how that helps us.
Even remotely. Lotus nodded and began to speak.
A TV show from Great Britain did an experiment once.
Yeah, they do that sometimes.
They took two similar pictures. Both of them were difficult to identify, initially. But once you figured out the answer, you couldn't see it as anything else.
I still see a Santa hat on a boat.
These two pictures. The first was a woman wearing a hat. The other one, well, to make it easier, let's just say it was this picture of a dog.
Okay.
So, their experiment First, they sent the picture to other parts of the world outside the reach of British airwaves. To Ireland, the US, Africa, Europe, etc.
Even Greenland?
Then, in each country, they gathered a number of test subjects, roughly 1,000 people. They were shown the two pictures and asked, what does this picture look like to you? The results weren't really interesting on their own. 9.2% of the people saw the lady in the lady picture. 3.9% saw the dog in the dog picture. Then, 2 days later, they aired a new program on their show. During the 30-minute show, they broadcast the dog picture and its solution. The audience was estimated to be 200,000 people.
Okay.
After the broadcast, it was a safe bet that the number of people who knew the solution to the dog picture was at least that many. After another 2 days passed, they gathered more research subjects from areas outside the reach of British TV and radio. This time, they only found a sample of roughly 850 people. Naturally, none of them had participated in the first test.
As far as they knew.
They were, however, given the same tests and the same two pictures. The results were startling.
Were they?
10% of the people saw the lady in the lady picture. The previous test sat at a 9.2% success rate. Not much of a change statistically. The dog picture, however, produced a very different result. The percentage of people able to successfully find the dog, it went from 3.9% to 6.8%, a very significant increase.
Is it?
So do you understand? Do you realize the significance of this experiment?
I mean, I get where you're going, but at the same time, no.
There was no way the second group could have seen the picture. They lived far away from Britain and couldn't have seen it. But even so, it was only the success rate for the dog picture that went up.
I mean, both literally went up. You just decided to dismiss that the first one did.
Why? How did that happen? What does it mean?
Dumb luck. Like, again, the amount of people who saw the lady in the picture went up too. You just decided that that one wasn't enough to be noteworthy, even though it went up like a certain degree. It only went up like, hang on, let's see. The lady went from, okay, so it had a 0.8 increase as opposed to a 2.8 or something or another. Like, either way, I'm gonna go ahead and say both of them are so incredibly small increments that it's well within that margin. So, like, yeah, no, I don't really see where you're going with this. Normally calm and collected, she looked now as though she were nearly possessed, and there was something manic about her manner. Also, I thought I was making a joke when I said that Lotus was gonna go on a rant about something weird. Santa took an involuntary step backward. Junpei didn't budge and stared straight back into Lotus's eyes.
Wait, does this have something to do with that field? Or whatever it was that you were talking about earlier? A field not visible to the eye. So, if more people know the answer, then that information will pass through the field.
Psych!
Her manner suddenly shifted, and Lotus smiled broadly at Junpei and Santa. She waved her hand dismissively, doing her best to laugh the whole confrontation off.
I was just kidding. You really shouldn't take me seriously.
I'm confused.
Well, I mean, the things I just told you about are true. They really did happen. But the results of that experiment really aren't anything to go by. They could have easily falsified them.
That's also true.
In the end, I'm sure they were just in it for the ratings. They are a TV station after all.
I guess, but is there a reason why we decided to talk about this? At last, it seemed that Santa had gained control of his composure.
Right. Man, I gotta admit, you had me there for a minute. I, really thought you were serious.
Of course not. Like I told you before, I'm sure it's all just pseudoscience.
Oh, okay, right.
This is weird. The people I'm with are weird. I thought Seven and Snake were weird, but nah, y'all are weird. Santa and Lotus laughed and gave one another a jovial claps on the shoulder. Junpei, however, didn't feel so much like laughing. Something felt wrong, unclear.
All right, enough nonsense. We've got the key. Let's get out of here.
I'm gonna be honest, this escape room had mostly been like 70% just these three characters going on at length about weird stories they know.
Word.
Don't you be wording me, you! Lotus and Santa walked away from the picture, but Junpei stayed staring at the picture of the dog.
A field not visible to the naked eye.
Yeah, I still see a boat.
Morphogenetic field.
The more he thought about it, the more his head hurt. Alright, anyway. Alright, let's go to the hallway. I'll go get June. You guys head to the door. Okay, roger that. Who the hell is Roger? Anyway. Yes, it unlocked. Good job, Junpei. Good, now we can get going. Come on, what are you guys standing around for? Let's get the hell out of here. Come on, Jumpy, let's go. Alright, let's go. By the way, why were you guys taking so long? Oh yeah, Lois wanted to talk about a dog, but I thought it was a boat, and it's weird.